And hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the stream. It's me today. Back to playing Pokemon. Today is going to be slightly nicer because I don't have to watch the dog today. Less distractions. Anyway, right? Yes, Pokemon. Let me boot that up again. Like I've said, OBS doesn't like to capture GBA stuff right away, so it's one of those games like with when I was playing Salt and Sanctuary, it would keep messing up with the taskbar. I should open this up sooner while I'm getting in introductory whatever I say at the beginning of the stream is always just ramblings with me. Yes, this one, thanks. And this one, thanks. Right, okay. I always forget. Sometimes I'll forget where we are. I was like, did we fight Sabrina last time? And then, yeah, we did. So just needed to remember that. So please capture. Please capture. Come on. Come on, OBS. There we go. A little quicker that time, I think. All right. Yeah, all right. Everything's set up. With that being the case, let's just keep pressing on. We have to do, what, 1,000,000? Hey, wait, we own 20 Pokemon? We might be able to actually go get some more stuff from the Professor Oak aids. We still have to do so much water exploration and the islands. What is it called again? Where Articuno is? Whatever. Gotta do that still. Should I stay in? I think I will. It's funny. I don't think it's worth the trouble after all. And it also makes it less of an issue. That also makes it less of an issue. Oh, that can't flinch, though. So, moves that hit 2 targets. The power gets cut in half or something. I don't know if it's cut in half, but it gets cut in something. Does it no longer get cut into whatever fraction it is when there's no longer 2 targets on the field? Or is it, as long as it's considered a double battle, does it still get the damage reduction? I have no clue. Again, I don't like double battles. I know there's the whole, there's the whole, what was it? What was I saying? Sorry, I just had to get rid of something real quick. Let me do that. There we go. There was the whole shit. Right, VGC. I think VGC is how it's said, right? Is what the main competitive Pokemon thing that Pokemon hosts. And come back, audio, please. And yeah, VGC. I think I've talked about this before, though. I'm so quick to forget things. Mine's all over the place, you know? And, wait, what does he have? Steedra? Yeah, we can switch into Blastoise. He's gonna resist everything. Or he'll use Twister, which is nothing either. Double battles are so dumb. They're so dumb. I know, there's cool moments. I'll always remember there's that little comic of the scene where the Pachirisu survives the dragon, oh, Poison Point, you gotta be kidding me. And the Draco Meteor, that's always a cool little tidbit about the VGC, but like I said, I think I mentioned before, I definitely like using a full team of Pokemon versus a team of 4. I know it's a team of 6 in VGC, it's just every time you start a match, you choose the 4 you're going to use out of your team of 6, but I like using all the 6. What? Okay, I keep not seeing what he's sending in because I'm not paying attention. That's the only problem I'm having with Street. He's very specially defensive. And, Bite is special. Send out our good old pal Pidgeot. Oh man, it's nice coming into the stream and seeing every single member of our team fully evolved, even though Vileplume still is a waste of time. Really doesn't do much for me. also think you can make a lot more creative teams. There are certain things about VGC that you can make a team like based around certain gameplay styles. I know Trick Room is a certain specific one that pops up every now and again. Trick Room is a fun little gimmick, but it seems really not worth it, in my opinion, to build a Trick Room team. I will antidote. Blastoise. Yeah, so this doesn't seem to really be worth it to build around Trick Room, but it is something funny you can do. There's also like Tailwind, which is the opposite thing. It just boosts all your guys' speed instead of switching speed around. But in Smogon, for instance, which is the main way people play singles, I feel like there's a lot more varying strategies, especially once you get to Gen 6. Pre-Gen 6, it's a lot, especially each tier is going to have, and okay, each tier and each competitive generation is always going to have its own specific strategies. Like again, in Gen 5, it's all about the weather, right? You can't really do it in lower tiers because all the weather setting Pokemon are not in anything below OU. But you could always bring a lower tier Pokemon that you think would be nice in the weather, a weather you want to use into a higher tier. That's always an option. Oh yeah, it's another thing I like about, again, I didn't see what he was sending out. The other thing I like about Smogon is the whole tiering system. It makes things a bit more balanced because the VGC, because it's based on the whole like restricted Pokemon and all that bullshit, it means that it's really weird balancing can happen, and there's all the whole Pokedex thing and national Pokedex thing and blah 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 blah. Which I don't think it's a great way to balance it. Sometimes you get really weird balancing scenarios like that. Like for instance, when X and Y first came out, Mega Kangaskhan just stomped over everything. Granted, they nerfed Mega Kangaskhan later in Sun and Moon. Did Mega Kangaskhan need to be nerfed? I don't think so. Personally. Based on the fact that Gen 7... Gen 7 power creep was, I think, the last power creep that, for the most part, wasn't that big of a deal. Because every generation of Pokemon, there's power creep to a certain extent. This new Pokemon will come in that fill a role better than an old Pokemon, and an old Pokemon will fall out of favor, and a fall will fall lower tier. But then there's certain Pokemon that always... There are the Pokemon that have always been able to stick in the higher tiers. Most Uber Pokemon, like Mewtwo, has been an Uber ever since its existence started. And then, of course, there's the example of Mew was an Uber in the first 2 generations, but I think it fell out of... maybe 3 generations, but I know definitely by Gen 4, Mew was no longer an Uber. So... And then you've got stuff like Gengar, for instance, who was able to stick in OU for a long time until he lost Levitate. But I think the most classic example of a person who's OU for life is Landorus Therian. He's probably the most all-encompassing Pokemon in Smogon OU ever since it's come out. I know there's a lot of people who don't like Landorus Therian. They think he's too prevalent. Again, considering it's a team of 6 and he only takes up 1 team slot, what's it matter? In my opinion, I've never seen a Pokemon that too toxic, really. Sure, I can understand the whole Baton Pass, why that got banned way back when, and banning stuff into higher tiers because it's too powerful. That also makes sense. That's what tiers are for. And I can also understand that Mega Rayquaza was a bit over the line. I wonder if... Because I know Mega Rayquaza was put into the new Anything Goes thing, which means you can't use him in anything else except for a specific rule set where you're allowed to use whatever you want. The new... the Sword Dog, the Sword Wolf from Sword and Shield, or from Sword specifically, was also going into Everything Goes because he was way too powerful. And from what I've heard, the new electric bike... whatever thing, creature from Ruby and wait, Scarlet and Violet is also going into Everything Goes because it's way too powerful. So it seems like they're adding at least one new Anything Goes to every new Pokemon game at this point, and Power Creep is just getting off the charts. I've heard all the past and future Pokemon are pretty powerful for the most part. No, I keep hitting that. Wait, am I out of Repel? I didn't even realize. Hello. But yeah, I don't think Power Creep of Gen 7, I don't think Power Creep was ever too bad until Gen... I don't know. It's hard to say. But I definitely think the Power Creep problem was a lot... It's harder to talk about once you get to Gen 8, because in Sword and Shield, like I've said before, they took a lot of stuff out, whether it's Pokemon abilities. Well, I don't know if they took abilities out, just abilities wouldn't be in the game if the Pokemon who'd have those abilities wasn't in the game, so that makes sense. But so if Pokemon came out, some abilities would naturally come out. So Pokemon came out and the moves were taken out. Man, I don't understand. I don't understand. It's so possible to be able to make a Pokemon game that has the proper amount of content and everything is made well, but Game Freaks knows they don't need to try, so Gen 7 or Gen 8 is always going to be known to me as the generation where Pokemon, especially competitive Pokemon, went to die, because another thing that I think changed that so Gen 8 introduced an item called Heavy Duty Boots that makes you immune to entry hazards, and from my understanding as someone who hasn't played it very much, but a lot of Pokemon are running around with Heavy Duty Boots, and I don't personally, again, having not played it with that caveat, but I don't like the idea of the Heavy Duty Boots. The old equivalent of Heavy Duty Boots you could consider of the item that you could just throw on anyone was the Leftovers. But I don't think the Leftovers were so all as encompassing as Heavy Duty Boots, because with the introduction of Heavy Duty Boots, all the Pokemon that would be using Leftovers seem to, from what I understand, swap over to Heavy Duties. And Pokemon that wouldn't use Leftovers but were affected by hazards too much, specifically Stealth Rocks, would also then wear them. What I think Heavy Duty Boots should have done is probably have done something to make hazards less effective on the Pokemon that swapped in, but not completely nullify them. Because it makes hazards just not as important anymore. And I've always liked hazards. I think building it, especially even though it's really hard post-Gen 6, because of the introduction of the fog being a usable tool for hazard removal, I still like hazard stacking. Getting all your Stealth Rocks, your Spikes, your Poison, Toxic Spikes, your Sticky Webs, that's all of them, right? Just Sticky Web, Toxic Spike, Spikes, and Stealth Rock. There's no others? There might be one more that I'm forgetting. I don't think so. But yeah, I like hazard stacking. It's fun. Personally, my favorite is Sticky Webs. Just because the ability to lower your opponent's speed is very, very nice. Alright, well, training Arcanine here might suck. But again, he does have Strength, and he does have Bite in case there's a Starmie, so we'll see. Come on, Arcanine, do a good job. Staryu's not Psychic, so I was gonna say I was gonna actually mention Staryu there in a second, but I didn't actually expect them to send one out. There you go. He still does good. Does good damage. It's just his special split. It'd be nice to be able to use Flame Wheel as a physical attack, you know. So Flamethrower would probably still do more damage even if Flame Wheel is a physical attack. Oh, okay. I see what we're doing. We're rolling the 50%. Are you going to do it again? You're going to get the 25%. No. Okay, well. Great. I'll use Bite as well, because I don't think PP is gonna be much of a problem. I think we're almost to the island, but I would like, just in case, to hold on to strength, because strength is better on Arcanine than Bite is. Okay, we're here. Welcome to Cinnabar. Oh wait, is this little section of the island not considered Cinnabar? Well, I guess it isn't. Anyway, is there any... Shut up. Is there any items I care about on this island? I know the fossil guy is here. No, I don't want to trade my Raichu for your Electrode. I don't have a Raichu, and I don't like Electrode. Any items? No, I don't want to trade my whatever you said for your Tangela. Are you the fossil guy? Yeah, no, I'm not that desperate. Metronome's a fun move, though. Not competitive, but, everyone in here wants trades. No, okay, I don't care. Alright, well, there's nothing in here, then. I thought there was items in here. No, it's just a bunch of people wanting trades and fossil stuff, which, eh. Oh, if you walk from the side, you do get this little thing. I didn't know that. That's interesting. That's not what I meant to click. Let us now go south and then west from Fuchsia. This is gonna be a lot longer trek than the down from Pallet Town, also because we already did a couple trainers last time. But we also still have to do the island, so there is that. I haven't fought these guys yet, huh? Great. What a time to be alive. I need to check something real quick. I just remembered I need to put streamer mode turned on. I always forget on Discord. And I'm like, just in case someone messages me. Oh, actually, Discord can update. Yeah, you can do that in the background. Sure, why not? I feel like Discord, there's the little update button in the top right of Discord all the time. Sometimes I'll get the really big, like, nice looking patch notes that mostly tell you just the important big changes, nothing small. The rest of the time there's an update, I assume it's a bunch of minor chip fixes that they don't care about saying. Like, I could probably look up Discord patch notes and I could find, like, oh, the April 1st, or maybe it was yesterday's patch, I don't know. But the April 1st or the March 31st patch, was for yay reason, and there's nothing really there except for fix the problem where there was a security issue or there was a bug in certain instances or blah, blah, and like, yeah, they don't announce that stuff. It's only big new things they announce in the main app when they update it. It just means that there's a lot of updates where I'm hoping to see something cool new. Though, to be fair, there's not a lot of Discord changes that matter to me. The only one I ever remember was I remember being able to share your screen / your camera on Discord. That was kind of annoying because everyone was always touting Discord is better than everything else, and so far Discord is better than everything else when it comes to Zoom or way back when people used what was it called, the one Skype. I only remember using Skype a long time ago, a couple of times, but Discord is definitely better than that. There apparently there's also some Microsoft one, I think Microsoft Teams. But yeah, Discord just the best one. It's just very simple. And once they add the ability to share your screen and share your camera, works 100% perfectly. Does everything I want. The only thing that's mildly annoying is the fact that you can't upload bigger file sizes unless you pay for, what, Nitro or whatever it's called. I don't pay for that. I don't care. Do I want to buy Nitro so I can use any emojis from other servers in another server? No, I don't care. It's not worth the money. It's just the file size matters to me, because sometimes you'll upload an image and the image will be like, this image is too big. I'm like, how? It's a picture. Is it in fucking 8K or something? I have no clue. Something it just happens sometimes, and it's frustrating. Okay, Arcanine's leveled up. That's good. I think Golem is going to be the biggest issue of leveling up, isn't he? I was going to say, this will kill if it hits. But the problem is, Rock Throw doesn't have 100% accuracy. It's, what, 90%? Alright, yeah, let's try to level Golem up first. And obviously, Vileplume will have the easiest time, even though Giga Drain... When does Giga Drain go from being 5 PP to 10 PP again? I don't remember. There's also the fact that Mega Drain only has 10 PP in this game, and it has... I think it's Gen 4, actually. But Mega Drain should have 15 PP instead. And Absorb doesn't matter. Absorb's so weak that... The only reason we have it still in Vileplume is because we need at least something if we run out of Giga Drains. We want to attack water types of some kind. Okay. Now, how long is this route again? And how many trainers are there? Great question. Anyway, yeah. What was I talking about? I lost my train of thought again. Again, it always happens. When I start thinking of something else. Right. Oh, I was talking about Discord. I don't really have much else to say about Discord. I still need to make my Discord server better. But the only problem is that I still don't really know how to run a Discord server yet, is the first issue. And the second issue is... You can always pay someone or ask someone else to do it for you. But I don't have the desire or the drive to do so because there's really no need to do it as of now. It exists, I suppose, which is good, in case anyone wants to join it. Go ahead and join the Discord. It's there in the description. There's also that bot thing that the guy helped me set up. I don't remember what the command of that is. I can go look. Oh, right. I need to set up more commands there, too. And then for aesthetic, then there's just the aesthetics of the stream, which I've come to accept that it doesn't really matter. I've seen that other big streamers, some of them have like really nice overlays and transitions and blah 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 blah. Who cares? I care more about the something of my character, whatever some famous guy said. I don't care about the aesthetics. There's all I have is the reason I wanted to add the little bit of blueness to the background is so because I'm gonna have these little separate boxes, it's nice to have something actually filling in that space instead of it just being black. One thing is I want to make the chat section right above here, wherever I put it. If it's like one of these weird sections like the DS or GBA because the screen sizes are funky, I wanted that to be black so it's really obvious that there's the white text on black because that looks nice. So it's really substance, right? You know, substance over style. Hey, we can use Brick Break on him. Okay. I keep not meaning to hit that. That didn't kill. Come on. You're a golem. You should be killing Shoulders pretty easily. I know Shoulder has decent defense, but... I don't trust him to kill a Sea King. Even with Rock Slide. Or, Max Magnitude would probably do it. Also, I don't know what level the Sea King is. You know, the best thing... So, the best thing about Discord, obviously, is the whole server system. So, I've been in a couple private servers, but the problem with private servers I've run into is they're always like friends and such, right? The problem with private servers is I find, and this is relating to something I said before about people I've known start to move away from games, is all the private servers I've been in tend to kind of either die off almost completely. I've been in one private server where there was zero activity. I just was like, yeah, okay, there's no reason to stick around here. Other private servers that are active once a weekend, maybe. And then other private servers where people like rotate in and out of being active and inactive. which is probably the best case scenario. So I've mostly given up on the fact that private servers are not ever going to work, because it would a private server, again, because it's mostly going to just be friends, is it would have a bunch of people who actually all do want to continue like doing stuff like gaming, since Discord is primarily focused around gaming, and not just a bunch of friends who sometimes play games but do other stuff. I guess it is a good way to message a bunch of people at once, though, if you want to. So I mostly these days do like one-on-one calls with people I want to do stuff with, because, or if it's like 2 other people, we'll do a small, whatever those things are Discord let you do with like a couple people that's not a server. Group calls? I don't know what they call them. But yeah, I mostly use those. But then the public servers, those are very good, because it's a really good way. It basically, Discord has become the new forums in a sense, because back before Discord and such, you'd have forums where people would, you know, message each other, try to get people to get together for groups of play, or they'd have other things. There was something called TeamSpeak, which I never used, but I've heard about. But they weren't as consistent. Where now, the new Discord servers, what's nice about them is you got private servers for you got public servers for basically every game ever, no matter how niche it is. If it's some weird multiplayer game that not many people play anymore, but there's still a small following that want to play it together, they can find it in that Discord server. They can find that Discord server, and then there'll probably be members who are always around doing stuff, and you'll have the guys who like wear off and stop doing stuff later. But there'll always be the fact that you have that community now that you can always bring more people to, which is good. So very much appreciate it. Best way to keep dead multiplayer games alive, basically, is the way I see it. Besides that, I don't know. Something that I will... Oh, damn, I forgot to swap out... Sure, whatever, we'll use Rock Slide. There are a couple Discord servers, public Discord servers I've joined that, have had problems, to put it lightly. Problems that you need to avoid if you're a streamer and you don't want to get in trouble, and the kind of stuff you shouldn't have on a public Discord. You know what I mean. So it's basically the whole, it's the same thing as ever since the dawn of the internet. It's very important to make sure you're aware of what the hell you're getting yourself into on the internet, because you don't really know anyone, huh? There have been people I've been able to get to know over the internet. Mostly, basically, if someone's willing to actually get into a VC with me, I'm a lot more willing to start trying to, like, get to know them and trust them and all that, because then I'll actually be able to hear them speak. If someone's not willing to get into a VC, I'm a lot less willing to work with them or do stuff with them, you know? Not always. And again, there's certain public Discords where they'll just, like, do this. They'll have, like, queuing systems and stuff where you don't need to get into a VC. So that's fine. But yeah, I prefer getting into VCs with people. And that's very... So as someone who is streaming, or trying to become a streamer in the sense of actually making it something I want to do, maybe professionally someday, a lot of people that wouldn't speak in a VC are the people with, like, social anxiety or something, and they would never be a streamer. And that's something that has always struck me as funny, is I always hear a lot of people talk about how they're like, oh, I want to be on YouTube, or oh, I want to stream on Twitch, or oh, blah, 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 blah. I want to be famous. To be honest, I do like streaming. I don't like... So even though I want to be a streamer, I don't like the idea of being famous, even if that would be the natural conclusion. But hey, you gotta take some... You win some and you lose some. Anyway, but you hear all these people say that, and you're like, oh, you want to be famous, or you want to be a streamer or something, and they're like, yeah. I'm like, all right, well, how's your public speaking skills? And they'll be like, oh, I hate public speaking. I'm like, okay, so you're actually would be miserable at that. And they're like, oh, maybe. And that's the thing with me, and the reason I'm doing it, because sure, I definitely need more practice with I don't know, waffling. I try to, that's the important thing about streaming is you always need to be trying to keep having a, what's the word? Conversation is what I'm trying to, is the basic word, but you need to always be engaging. That's what I'm trying to say. You always need to be trying to, you always need to try and be engaging. It's a lot easier if you're doing it like with a bunch of people, or you're streaming and you're doing it with other people in like Discord and a VC or something, so that you're always just talking to each other. When you're by yourself, like I am, which because I'm playing a bunch of single player games, obviously that's what I'm gonna do. Always gotta be engaging, right? So I try to make sure that I'm, you know, no dead air, always trying to think of something new. I'll cover new information. Sometimes we'll reiterate stuff. And like I've said before, I have I'll lose my train of thought sometimes. So I do need to, you know, I'll sometimes reiterate stuff that I've already said, but you know, who hasn't? And then of course there's the fact that there's a lot of stuff I've said over this, or all the streams I've done so far, that no one has heard, which is fine. Now, again, like I said, I record all my stuff on, put it on YouTube, because I like to have the archive, and anyone can go back and see what I've done. You know, just for, I don't know. I like archiving stuff. Okay, switch. But it does mean that for people who don't care about going back and looking at YouTube, if I'm still streaming in 5 years, if people ask me about stuff, like we're playing, in 5 years when I'm playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet finally, because I'm not going to be playing the next couple Pokemon games for still a while after I play the ones I'm playing now. And I'll be like, oh, what's your opinion on this various Pokemon thing? And I'll be like, oh, well, I talked about this before years and years ago, or maybe even less if I've repeated it a couple of times, but you know, not everyone's always, there's always new viewers, right? When you get big enough. And then not everyone always watches every stream. Which, another reason why I record my streams and put them on YouTube is because Twitch saves streams, but you know, some people do like watching streamers, and then they get busy, they don't have a lot of time, they'll go off, let's say like they're still a kid or something, right? Still in high school, over the summer they go do something for the summer, so they're gone for like a month and a half, like they're doing something outside or something, and they don't have access to the internet, so they have some favorite streamer, right? So the fact that I make sure that I record all my content is in a weird situation like that. Not weird situation, but a situation like that. Going and doing something over the summer when you're in middle school or high school or something isn't weird. Maybe it's less common than it used to be. It's hard to say. I don't talk to kids in high school or middle school. I don't see the point. Because I don't have kids. And if I did, I'm still quite young, so those kids would also have to be quite young as well. So they probably wouldn't even be in school yet if I had kids. Anyway, what was I saying? Right, yeah, so recording my stuff is helpful in that regard. So if you miss something and you still want to see it later, and it's not on Twitch's... How long does Twitch save stuff again? I think you can choose. Sometimes I'll delete something on Twitch because I'm trying to start the stream and then my internet kills itself like it does sometimes. And I'll just delete that couple minutes of footage because I'm like, it's not worth it. Just get rid of it. But I'm curious, actually. How long back does Twitch cover their stuff? I want to go... I don't want to listen to the cover page streamers, thanks. I do very much dislike the fact that Twitch autoplays some dumb stream when you come in for the first time. It's some random person who I have no clue who they are. What is this? Who is the streamer who was talking? It's 5 people. Okay, I don't care. It looks like some sports thing. I also don't care about sports either. I also don't care about sports. That's me. Here, can I, mute that. There might be a setting in Twitch where you just mute everything automatically and you have to manually mute stuff. That would be good to go and see. Oh, I'm confused. I didn't even realize because I was looking at Twitch. Anyway, let me go to my recent broadcasts. Or past broadcasts. How far down does it go? 2 months ago? Halo? What's the date? Or is it like 2 months ago from today? That would make sense, I suppose. Yeah, confused. Because I've got Halo stuff on here, KOTOR stuff still. Anything after that, like Dark Souls, Layton, Metroid, Samus Returns. Did I kill him? No, I hit myself in confusion. So yeah, 2 months ago. So there were still Halo. I was doing Halo then. Really, it's been 2 months since I was playing Halo. Time flies, I suppose, sometimes. And again, of course, there are certain games that take way longer to play. Like, what's so far has been my longest game? I think KOTOR, maybe. Pokemon might take a while because we're currently on what, the 7th stream of Pokemon, and we still have bits of ways to go. So we'll see about that. Anyway, now enough looking at Twitch's stuff. Again, like I've said, I'm someone who doesn't like to watch directly live on Twitch. I like to watch the recordings on YouTube, which is why I do it. Alright, well, he said he was setting up Tentacool or something again, so let's not use our stupid Vileplume anymore. Yeah, Psybeam should be able to kill. Oh yeah, I also recognized last night when I was playing Doom, there are certain games I've noticed that time passes a lot quicker. Doom is, I'm hyper focused, and the stream will end a lot because I have my 3-hour time set. When I'm playing Doom, I'm hyper focused on the game. It's something you have to be really paying attention to, and I feel like time just flies by. So I'll be like, oh man, the stream's over in 20 minutes. I didn't see that coming. So yesterday, I always have my cup of water with me. I try to drink the whole cup before the stream ends. Sometimes I drink more or less, you know, always just... But you should be drinking water, you know? And also, because it's hot in here, cold water is nice. And because Doom takes so much attention, I've noticed a couple of times after playing Doom, I'll go pick up my cup and I'm like, it's still full, and the stream is over. But these really conversationally... RPG games, mainly KOTOR and Pokemon so far are the 2 RPGs we've played. I talk a lot more. Because, you know, I gotta kind of make up stuff to talk about for the most part. Because, you know, there's not... Pokemon, it's interesting sometimes. It's better if you're doing a Nuzlocke. But, again, this is like our base playthrough. Who's in the lead? Vileplume? Great. My favorite. So I have to come up with stuff to talk about, which means when I'm playing Doom, it's a lot more reacting to what's happening on screen. Also, that's the fact, like I've said, I haven't played Doom 1 before, so there's also the fact that it's a new game, so it's a lot more focus on the game. Whereas with Pokemon, it's an RPG, so it's a lot slower in nature. But I've also played this before, so I can, I've been basically on autopilot 99% of the time we've been playing this game. I'll pay attention a little bit during gym leaders and stuff, maybe against Blue, because, you know, they're teams that actually can do something to me. Indicative of the Alakazam that killed someone, I think Pidgeot, when we were fighting Sabrina, and I think the Weezing killed someone too. Or, excuse me, I think his coughing used Explosion and killed one of our team members, I forget. So the only time I think in the entire Pokemon game where we'll be paying attention pretty much front to back of a whole section of gameplay is when we get to the Elite Four and Champion. Everything else, it's just the gym leaders and that's about it. And Blue sometimes. Sometimes Blue is a not great team and we're able to walk all over him, and then sometimes he is a competent team. When do we fight him again next? Until we get the 8th gym leader, huh? Oh, okay, so... We're coming up to... So since we're coming up to Cinnabar, or, well, we've been there technically, but since we're coming up to the point where we're actually going to do Cinnabar Island, we gotta do the Pokemon Mansion still, which isn't actually that bad. But it's something we gotta do. After we beat Blaine, there's the thing where we are given the choice to go to 1, 2, and 3 Island or whatever they're called. It's like the Sevi Islands. We can go to the first 3 of them, but there's 7 total. And the other 4 are the post game, and those islands are just basically empty and never go to them. They're a waste of time. That's also where the PP max is when I looked that up. So I was good. When I looked that up, I was like, oh, we're going to be going to those, right? And the more I think about it, I'm like, do I want to go to the Sevi Islands? Not really. They're kind of boring. And by kind of boring, I mean completely boring and mostly a waste of time. How much money do we have? We have enough money, definitely, to go get another... What did it cost? It would cost 80,000 again to get Flamethrower, but we also want to get Thunderbolt and Ice Beam, but I don't remember how much those cost in comparison. Oh, good. We just finished one of the routes, so now we have to finish the damn route. And we still have to do the other side of the island, too. I don't think the island has any trainers in it, though, the Ice Island, so that's not a problem. We just have to run around and maybe pick up any cool items that are in there. And that's why I started speeding up. Because I don't... Oh, he actually used an Ice-type move. How not usual. There are a couple ice types in this game. What? There's the Cloyster Shelter line. There's the Dugong Seal line. There's Lapras. There's... Zoe, is that it? Oh, there's Articuno. Those are all the ice types. So there's more than... There's ghost types and there's dragon types, but I think ice is the second... After ghost and dragon, which only has 3 and 3 each, ice is probably the least represented in Gen 1. It'd be nice if they showed up more, which is one of the reasons that I kinda... So I have a kind of an issue with a certain concept with Pokemon that I've seen with ROM hacks sometimes. This issue is solved. In Pokemon... Well, first of all, normal and water type are the 2 most prevalent typings, which kind of sucks because you want to have a diverse team. So why the hell would... There's 10 billion different normals and water types, but I don't want to use 10 billion different normals and water types. I want 1 water type, or maybe sometimes 1 normal type. And then a lot of normal types just don't matter. Are there a couple that are interesting? Sure. Like, I don't mind using a... Tauros sometimes. I don't mind using a Blissey sometimes. And then of course there's the normal types combined with flying types, so like Staraptor and nonsense. But yeah, there's just too many normals and water types. But then there's also the fact that all the Pokemon in the early game are always a normal, grass, water, sometimes an electric Pokemon, sometimes a fighting type Pokemon. Very rarely a fire type Pokemon. It's very rare that in an early game Pokemon game will you get an interesting or cool or good dark type, ice type, dragon type, poison type. There's poison types usually in the beginning of the game, but not good ones. Which kind of is sad because it means that if you want to use an ice type in Gen 1, you have to wait a long time to get one. The first one you get access to is Lapras. I guess if you fight Koga and you come down here to the island to catch an ice type, you could get an ice type before that. But you can't get an ice type until you beat Koga in this game, which is so bad. Why? And then in Gen 4, for instance, just take for example, you can't get an ice type until way later. You can't get usually psychic types until way later. You can't get good bug types until way later. Rock and ground are kind of up in the air. I think Golem is okay. I think... What's the one in black and white? Boldor. Boldor is the middle one. Gigalith? What's the smallest one called again? Oh, Roggenrola. They're okay. But it always feels like the early game Pokemon always are so uninteresting for the most part, which is why the only Pokemon that I have from the Ola game is my starter and Pidgeot, because like I said, I wanted a flying type. And the other flying type I wanted to use was Dodrio, but I was like, I don't want to wait that long. So we went with Pidgeot, because I was like, I want one guy at least before we fight the first gym leader. But even then, like Arcanine, it took us ages to get to Arcanine, which sucks. Why can't we get cool fire types or ghost types before the first gym or the second gym at the very least? It can happen. Like let's think of so what's a ghost type? When do you get access to ghost types? Before the second gym leader in any game. Gen 2? You actually can get a Ghastly prior to even the first gym, because you can actually get a Ghastly in Bellsprout Tower. So fair enough. Good job, Gen 2. You can get Ghastly there. And any other cool Pokemon you can get in Gen 2 prior to first/second gym? Unknown doesn't count. Unknown is terrible. Can't think of anything else interesting besides that. And even Ghastly's not that the most interesting thing ever. Oh, the ghost type from the last generation? How creative. Antidote, please. Ghastly, I can't think of anything else. Prior to the first and second gym leader. Prior to the first gym leader, for sure, there's nothing. Prior to the second gym leader? Prior to the second gym leader. I'm trying to think. Anything good? I think so. Gen 3, anything cool you can get early? You can get Ralts early. That's the classic example. Ralts is cool. But anything else prior to the first gym leader? To be fair, there's a decent trek before you get to the first gym leader in Gen 3, so that's kind of nice. No, I don't think there's anything else. Prior to the second gym leader? Definitely not. I guess, I think that might Aeron. I think you can get Aeron in the cave on the island with the fighting gym leader. And that might be the first instance of an early steel type. If he is there, if I remember correctly. I do not want to learn Rain Dance, thanks. What else? Alright, before we go into the islands, we're gonna come from Cinnabar right, and then we'll go to the island. What are these called again? The Seafoam Islands? Yeah. Gen 4, prior to first gym leader. Luxray's always cool. But besides that, not really anything I can think of. No. Prior to second gym leader, though, you can get Drifloon/Drifblimp if you're patient enough, or you change your DS's clock time to Friday. I think it's Friday, right, when Drifloon shows up in the power plant. You can get... Can you get Rotom before... Like, as soon as you get to the Pokemon Mansion, can you get Rotom? Are there any ghost types in there? There's probably Ghastly, but is there anything else in there? In the mansion? In Platinum, you're probably definitely able to get stuff, but I don't remember the encounters in Platinum very well. Arcanine, I guess. Again. Gen 5? Original Gen 5. I think you can get Muna in the Dream Yard, right? It's called the Dream Yard after all, so I definitely think you can get Muna. Besides that, prior to Gym 1, I think, even though it's not very good, I think Purloin and Liepard are the first examples of early Dark-type Pokemon that I can think of. Even though, again, they're not very good. Prior to second gym leader, you can get Seismitoad. What's his pre-evolution called? It's Poly. No, it's not Poly something. It's why didn't you use water type move? What Seismitoad? is the final form. What is the middle and base form called? I can't remember. But I guess that's cool to get. You also get... Can you get Stalk and Throw? Because you're able to go a little bit left of the normal Gym Leader City in black and white. Before you fight her. I think you can get Stalk and Throw there. That's cool, I guess. Black and white too. So you're able to get Riolu before you fight the first Gym Leader, which is pretty cool. And then there's the Magnemites down in the like plant area or whatever south of the Poison Gym Leader City. Anything else interesting down there? I don't think so. There's a fire type of some kind. So that sounds about right. Maybe, I think they have Magbies down there and Elekids, depending on the game. Oh, Flail, actually, on low health, though it didn't do much. Trying to think of anything else. That's about it. Just Riolu and Magnemite, maybe. Gen 6 early game Pokemon. So you can get... Okay, well, okay. To be fair to Gen 6, the issue is there's a lot of shit that you do before you get to the second Gym Leader. A lot of shit. So I don't think Gen 6 is kind of cheating in that regard, because prior to the first gym, you can get, I don't know, something like Talonflame's cool, because he's a fire type. He's the first just normal flying starting bird. That's awesome. Not until he evolves, granted. It's Talonflame and Fletchinder and Fletchling. It's not until Fletchling evolves that he becomes a fire type, but it's cool to get. Besides that, there's the place to the right of the route to the right of the Bug Gym Leader City that has Littens in it, and that's not one place I got the shiny Litten that I've caught. The only ever shiny I've caught authentically. And then you can get the Floette thing, line, whatever that's called, right after that Gym Leader. But then, after that, you get, like, the whole Snorlax thing, the area up north towards the area, the chateau, where you can get Honedge, which, you know, fair enough, you get Honedge pretty early, which is cool. And then just, you go left, a whole nother route with, like, grind rails for your roller skates, and then you've got the cave with stuff in it, and then you've got the cliff face, and then you've got the Rhyhorn riding area, then you got the cave, and then you've got the beach, and then you finally get to the rock Gym Leader, and you're like, man, that was a lot of stuff. So that Gen 6 is definitely cheating in the second Gym Leader regard. So there's a lot of things you can get. I think you can get the fossil Pokemon pretty early in that game, from what I remember too. Anyway, Gen 7, what can you get before you get off the first island? Okay, so Gen 7 actually does a good job because of the whole, like, the fact that you can get rarer Pokemon in a, what are they called? Like a Horde battle? And the fact that you can find wild Bagons after you beat the first trial. And then if you do a Horde battle, you can catch a level 6 Salamence or something, is very funny to me. But I don't think that's worth your time. I mean, you can, and catching it would be really hard. But you can do it. So Gen 7, it's going to get my seal of approval. There's enough stuff on the first island that I think it's cool to do. And then, I don't know, Gen 8. So yeah, like I said, for the most part, there's not a lot of cool or interesting Pokemon first, second Gym Leader. Like in Gen 1, what are the cool Pokemon before Misty? You got, maybe, if you like Primate, you can catch a Mankey. Nidoking and Queen, kinda. Damn. I have him on my team. He's cool. Golem is fine, I guess. He's there. Can't you get a Rhyhorn somewhere up there? Also, where Alakazam is? I think so, right? Maybe? I forget. And Rhydon's cool, I guess. So Alakazam is the best one so far. Anything else? Because, like, Clefairy is good and competitive, but I don't like Clefairy in a Pokemon playthrough. Or Clefable, to be specific. Besides that, I can't think of anything of interest. Gen 2? Anything interesting before the Bugsy? Sparse. If you're an idiot. You've got other things, such as I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember all the encounters in my head, but I can't remember everything. I think you can get Machop early. Let's use Flame Wheel. See if that works. I think you can get Machop early in Gen 2, if I recall correctly. Maybe? Is it in the route? Right at the starting route in Gen 2, there's that route right above it, right? There's a little bit of grass right below the drop-down point before you can't go any further. I think that has Machop in it. I think. You can get Mareep to get Anthros early, which is kind of fun, I guess. Maybe. Besides that, I can't think of anything. Wasn't the grass past the cave before Bugsy's town? I don't remember. If there's anything in that grass, then I just don't have no clue. And if there's something cool in that grass, I apologize. I don't know. So that's Gen 2 out. Gen 3, what are the cool Pokemon in Gen 3 that you can find? Like I said, Waltz. It's better in the remake because then you can also make Gallade later instead of just Gardevoir, depending on what you want. Oh, you know, I kind of forgot about Poochyena, Mightyena when I was talking about early Dark types, even though they're also not great. I think Poochyena and Mightyena are probably better though than Purloin and Liepard. Honestly. But they are a dog and a cat, so they fit well together, both being Dark types. And there's you can catch a Shroomish to turn into Breloom, and I always like Breloom. He gets Spore, and Spore is cool. And he has Poison Heal and Technician, 2 really good abilities. I like Breloom. Breloom's cool. Besides that, can you get? Oh, you can go into the cave before you fight the normal gym, the rock gym leader, Roxanne, and you can get Whisper. I like Exploud. Exploud's cool. So I definitely think he's a cool guy you can get. And besides that, again, maybe Aeron. Aeron's okay. All right, Seafoam Islands. Are there? Hidden item. Hidden item. Hidden item? No. Yes, it's gonna... Do I have to really come in from the other side? Damn it. Do I have any escape ropes? Okay, we know we're just near the entrance anyway. That is annoying. Don't give me the counter. Thank you. Gen 4, early stuff you can get that's cool. Well, with Gen 4, you get Staraptor and Luxray early on. Or, well, Shinx and Starly, and both of those are pretty good early game Pokemon in my opinion. Besides that, like I said, you can get Drifloon, which is okay, I guess. You can get stuff. Besides that, maybe, I think you can get Murkrow in the forest, or Murkrow and Misdreavus in the forest. Rotom, again, maybe, I forget. I think there's a way to get Eevee early in Platinum. Maybe. Wait, who do I have in the front of my party? Arcanine? Switch him out with Golem. Is there any early Eevee in... Wait, I didn't have a Repel on? I got this far without a Repel? Really? Usually in the water, I get 10 billion encounters if I'm not using a Repel. Oh, hey, I have a bunch of more medicine to sell for money. A lot of medicine, actually. Well, getting Thunderbolt's gonna be a cinch now. What do I want to prioritize? I think I'd probably actually prioritize Ice Beam first, since Thunderbolt, I still have Shockwave on Alakazam, and Thunderbolt's not going to go on anyone else, so... Alright, we're here. Actual Seafoam Islands. Right. Strength puzzles. Sure. Well, the first one's pretty easy. We're going to be going through our regular repels pretty quick in here, I think. Again, I don't think there's any trainer battles in here. Where... Yeah. Alright, as long as you don't leave the cave, I'm pretty sure the boulders always remember their location. What's down this way? Man, regular repels do not last a long time at all. Can we get the black and white 2 already where it asks me for using another repel? Speaking of black and white, early game Pokemon that are interesting. I do like myself a Gigalith. Gigalith is pretty cool. The guy, you know, the one that does stuff. The other one, you know what? Screw it. I don't care anymore. Just let's get this puzzle done. I'll do it every time we come down a floor. Great. Wait, was there another path we could have gone? Yes, no, maybe. Repel's effect wore off. Well, we're out of regular repel. Oh, right, we actually do need to spend some money, more money on repels for stuff later on this ladder. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. Thank you. Push the boulder. Now... isn't this where Articuno is? Maybe? What does this sign say? I've never read any of the signs in this game. Alright, we're using super repels now, which I'm pretty... So from what I remember about repels... Okay, nothing interesting. What I remember about repels is... The super... Wait. The regular repel is 100 steps... And the super repel is 200 steps, and the max repel is 250 steps, which is kind of the reason that max repels aren't as good of an investment, because they don't, Let's go change the flow of water first. They don't, for your money, they don't give you as much steps as you want. Okay, what's this one? Not the way we want to go. That's also money. Yeah, we still burn through them pretty damn quick since we're running all over the place, and I've kind of gotten I'm not really been paying it. So I should be paying attention right now so I don't get lost. Because I feel like I'm not really paying attention to where I'm going. How do I get over there? To go back up? Over here? Been here before, right? I guess I should... Oh, that'll work. Now, is this the exit? Yes. Okay, so cool. We have opened up the other side of the islands. That's great. Hidden item. Hidden item. Hidden item. Hidden item. Hidden item. Hidden item. No hidden items. Okay, cool. That's great. That's repel. Where? Oh, we're here. Okay, perfect. This is exactly where I wanted to be anyway. Okay. Yes, use strength. Push this all the way to the left. This one just goes down like that. Easy, easy peasy. This one goes like this. This one goes like this. Just, you know, take a second to make sure you're not doing anything stupid before you attempt this, and they'll do it first try. Alright, cool. Okay, and yeah, there's Articuno for you. We're done with the islands. Let's do, okay, now do I have an escape rope? I think so, right? There we go. Well, let me out of here. I always like the animation when you use the escape rope, the super mega spin. Alright, cool. That was a nice little dungeon. No trainers in it. Was kind of nice. Less of a time waste. Let us go to Celadon. And the bike feels so slow in this game. Doesn't really feel like it's worth the effort. Just let me sell my stuff and let me run, please. No, not buy. Wait, oh, the only thing she sells worth, I think, again, is Brick Break. I don't care about any of that. So, the stuff I would like to sell is the protein for 4,900. Very good. The HP up for 4,300. No, I'll hold on to that just in case. Calcium. Iron. Carbos. Zinc. Big Pearl. And then I assume I can't sell the ice. Oh, I can't sell the water stone. Well, I'm not gonna need it, so... Leaf stone? Okay. But I can't sell the moonstone. Why is the music acting funny? How much does the rare candy sell for? I think I'd rather just hold on to the rare candies, to be honest. Who's the regular seller? You? I'm gonna buy, you know what, actually, what I'm gonna do? No, not fresh water. Lemonade. Lemonade. Give me all the lemonade. Give me the entire vending machine's worth of lemonade. I'm gonna... No, I don't. I want fresh water. Give me lemonade until there's no more lemonade left in the world. I will drink all the lemony goodness. I like lemonade. I don't have it very often, because... Where are you gonna go to get lemonade? Like, certain restaurants will have it sometimes, and then... you can make it at home, but it's not usually worth the effort for me. So... Nope, not fresh water. No, not fresh water. Lemonade. 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 Alright, cool. Got a bunch of lemonades. Should come in handy. I would like to buy some hyper potions as well, but we can deal with that later. Now get me out of this slow-walking nightmare. Kill me. Now, I want... Okay, first priority is... I don't think I have enough money for both anymore anyway. For the moment, we still have a game left to get more money, so... Which one is it again? This one? Which one's Ice Beam? The first one. It's 4,000 again. Right, give me the coins. Give me the coins. Give me the coins. Gambling is bad. I'm not very good at it. Or, well, maybe... Gambling's fine if you have self-control. But I'm bad at gambling. Or, no, I'm bad at... specifically slots. Like, cards and stuff. Like, I've had a little bit of experience, but I've never played with money, so I don't know. Well, I haven't played slots either. I'm just bad at Pokemon slots. I don't know about slots in real life. That seems like a scam. Okay, so, okay, to be clear... card gambling and all that stuff, like playing poker or whatever, that seems kind of fun, to be honest. But like slots or like the roulette wheel or any of that nonsense, it's like, that seems just kind of stupid. It's just pure luck. Where, at least with like stuff like poker and such, you have actual, my back is getting hot. Let me go turn my fan on, actually. But with poker and stuff, you actually have to like know what the hell you're doing. And there is skill. It's a combination of luck, to be sure, but also skill. I should just be leaving my fan on automatically anyway. Yes, I want Ice Beam, thank you. Thank you. TM13. Now, which one's Thunderbolt? Iron Tail? Don't care. Don't tell me it's this one. Shadow... Oh, right, no. Shadow Ball was that one. Yeah, okay. We can come back for Thunderbolt probably later. Now, for now, let us give Ice Beam to our good pal Blastoise. More coverage. Now we have super effective damage against... extra super effective damage against, flying types. And we now have super effective damage against dragon types, and which is going to be important. And we have more super effective damage against ground types, which isn't super important for Blastoise, but you know. And if we run into a Landorus, it can come up, or a Gliscor. Anyway, let's go here. My back is still hot. My back is always so hot, for the most part. I don't really notice it as much as when I'm playing Doom, though, again, because I'm very focused. Maybe I lean forward more. I'm a lot more relaxed when I'm playing Pokemon, so I tend to lean back. Yeah, Hyper Potions, thanks. How much? They're very expensive. This will actually use up a chunk of money. And since we're not playing a Nuzlocke or anything, let's buy some revives. Why not? You know, just in case. Full heals. Yeah, we can buy 10 of these. Maybe we won't be able to... Maybe we won't be able to... Wait, I bought Super Repels, right? I forget. I did. Okay, so forget about Max Repels. Maybe we won't be able to get Thunderbolt. We'll see. No, not this way. The other way. This... No. Pokemon Mansion time. I don't actually think any of my Pokemon in my team would have Vileplume. Alright, let's remember the maze that is this place. We'll go floor by floor for starters. Okay, Okay, can't go this way yet. There's like a lot of dropping and door changing and annoyingness and... Yeah. What are the wild Pokemon in here again? Oh, didn't we get Ditto, right? I don't know why you never use Ditto. You know, Ditto has an item that increases its speed exclusively for Ditto, and I think there's one for Chansey as well. Why the hell would you ever use those? Especially Chansey. Maybe Ditto, if you just want to use Ditto for some reason. Chansey has way better items you can use it. You never need Chansey to go first. And there's a lot of Pokemon that letting Chansey go first isn't going to really do much for you anyway. Like, oh, you could use Soft Boiled faster. Well, if you're in a situation where Soft Boiled is so important that you need to use it right now, then you've already kind of lost your Chansey's objective of not taking a lot of damage anyway. Might work for Blissey too, now that I think about it, but I think the item I'm thinking of only works for Chansey. I don't know. I don't know. Wait, there's Steam is updating something automatically? What was it? Oh, well. What's he sending out? Arbok, I assume? Eradicate? That's not what I assumed at all. But it's fine anyway. Okay, yeah, so Vileplume might have a problem in here. I think there's gonna be a lot of guys with poison types. Oh, good. My favorite. You know, this is the kind of building that would be boarded up and people would be told not to come in here. People would come in here anyway, but this building isn't boarded up. So which doors are going to be opened and not opened and such? Yay, a protein. Amazing. That is more money. And it's good money too. So this is closed now, right? Yeah, okay. In that case, we go to the next floor. Nope, this way. Okay, there's a statue right here. It's convenient. This place only has the ground floor, 2 upper floors, and a basement, right? I think. Charmander. That's also something that Vileplume can't handle. Ow, why would you waste your magnitude 10 on a Charmander? Is the animation longer and more shaky if you get a higher magnitude? I can't tell. Is it always the same animation? See, this is what you should have saved your magnitude 10 for. Yeah, probably my magnitude 6 would probably still do it. Magnitude 7 is also good enough. I wish I could get Earthquake. We will get Earthquake later. It's just, you know, we have to rely on magnitude for such a long time with our ground type stab. Like, also the fact that it's, besides Brick Break, it's our only 100% accurate move. So it's our only 100% accurate stab move. I do like items. Zinc. That's more money. We might be able to get, oh, do you want to read the lore? No, I don't care. Mew is being cloned. Now Mewtwo exists. Yeah, sure, whatever. Do I care? Not really. Ugh. You know, okay, actually, Pokemon manga conversation again. The Mewtwo's existence, more money, in the manga is pretty cool. First of all, the fact that he uses a big spoon, like the whole psychic spoon thing, is cool. But what I'm specifically talking about is how him and Blaine are like brothers or something, because when Team Rocket was building Mewtwo, or making Mewtwo, whatever, however you want to phrase you want to use, birthing Mewtwo since he's a living creature, whatever. When Team Rocket was like designing Mewtwo, they're like, we have Mew's DNA, but it's not enough. We don't have enough to make a living specimen. So Blaine gave some of his DNA to Mewtwo, which is pretty cool aesthetically, because when Mewtwo gets introduced, Blaine's like, I'm dying, because if I'm not near Mewtwo, I'm gonna die. And then he shows, I think, Red, his arm, and his arm is melting, because that's where he got, I think the syringe went in, that they took his whatever blood or something. You see Blaine's arm melting. Like, the hand is still there, but the section, this forearm section, is just melting away, and you see, like, I think there's in one of the uncensored versions, you see like a bone with like flesh melting around it, because there's like a gap between the two arm bones. It's just so cool. Pretty brutal, but I like the aesthetic. And then, of course, Blaine and Mewtwo end up working together later, because, like, Mewtwo's like, yeah, sure, whatever, I don't care. I don't think... Mewtwo doesn't hold it really against Blaine, from what I can remember. He's like, you did something bad in my creation, but... Because I must suffer, whatever the hell Mewtwo says. But he's like, it's all good. I don't care that much. I'm alive now, and I might as well enjoy it. And I think Mewtwo would also die if he was too far away from Blaine. I'm pretty sure he ends up getting that fixed later. Oh yeah, does it? So, from what I remember, in the Gold, Silver, Crystal arc, Blaine has a run-in with Entei. Go figure, he's the fire gym leader, and Entei's the fire legendary guy. He has a run-in with Entei, and Entei's like, oh, Entei's fire is super healing and mystical or whatever. He's like, Entei, would you heal my arm? And then he does, and then he's like, all right, Mewtwo, you can go off and do your own thing now. Which he proceeds to do, and then doesn't show up again until the XY arc, considering the fact that he is there in X and Y. He's also there in the Yellow arc, but he's not important. Oh wait, no, he's in the FireRed Leaf Green arc as well. He fights alongside Red against Deoxys, which is, you know, cool. And all. But yeah, Mewtwo's a good character. How many Pokemon in the manga can speak either English or have telekinetic speech? Mewtwo is one of them, obviously. That's why I bring it up. And then you've got... I think... maybe Suicune says something at some point. Maybe, if I recall. Maybe Suicune says something. I don't remember. Telekinetic Pokemon, because I don't think there's any Pokemon that actually speaks English, like Meowth in the anime. There's all a bunch of people, like legendaries and stuff, speaking in their minds. Mewtwo? Is Gen 3 anything? I think Deoxys maybe at some point says something, but I don't remember. Also, there's the fact in the manga that there's technically 2 Deoxyses and that Team Rocket killed one of them. So the other Deoxys wanted revenge against Team Rocket because they killed his brother. Anyway, Gen 4? Any telekinetic Pokemon? No? Gen 5? No. Gen 6? I can't think of any others. Whatever. Just Mewtwo then. I could have sworn there were more. Gen 7? No, wait, Xerneas, I'm pretty sure, speaks into Wise Head, specifically. Like, Xerneas ends up being Wise Pokemon extremely temporarily, from what I remember. That doesn't last very long. They both go to the same place. No. Great. I needed to take the left one. You know, we're both dropping from the same point in thing. So why do I drop further into the building in the right one, but in the left one I'm just going to fall through that gap that's further down? Because the game doesn't make any sense, that's why. The Pokemon game, what do you want? Wait, Yeah. We go here. See, I fell through a whole other floor, but I should be dead, by the way. Or my leg should be broken. Which guy do I have in the front? Alright, I need to put Pidgeot in front, but don't send out electric types again. Please? Come on. Send out something really annoying. Or... Okay. You know, I just said send out something really annoying, and that's not what I meant. I said send out something annoying for someone else. But because I said it's really annoying, the game obliged and sent out an Electrode. Though, to be fair, he's not a Steel type, so I should be able to kill him. Yeah, I should be able to kill you too. Here's a genius idea. Why don't you use Explosion? Alright, I'm gonna use Fly, and now he's not gonna die because he's wheezing. And now he's gonna use Explosion. He didn't use Explosion. Thank you. Yeah. Why? Why do you... I feel like enemies using poison moves that have a chance to poison is 50% chance. Not like 10% what it's supposed to be. Or I think some of them are actually 20%. But they're cheating. I feel like I get poisoned all the time. And I got poison pointed twice, which doesn't seem very likely either. Now you're making me take my cursor off the Super Repel. See what you made me do, game? You're a real pain in the ass. More money. Okay, basement. Fight me. I do like that there are certain trainer sprites and trainer classes that are in older generations that just disappear forever. Like Burglar, I don't think that shows up ever again. You know, they're trying to sanitize the games later on. You know, Pokemon was a lot more in the games to be in the games. Pokemon was a bit more risque in the older ones. They have some weird trainers. There's Registeel Sprite in Diamond and Pearl. If you know, you know. I think that was just an accident. I'm pretty... In fact, I guarantee that was just an accident. There's no way anyone did that on purpose. But it feels like Pokemon ends up becoming really safe, which is... Yeah, it makes sense. It's basically Nintendo is the Disney of video game companies, and Disney does everything in their power to maintain a pure, clean image, even though everyone knows Disney is the biggest bastards in the universe. Just like everyone should know that Nintendo are the biggest bastards in the universe. They're just as bad as a company with business practices as a company as EA, except for the fact that they at the very least they make better games than EA, which is why Nintendo gets a pass a lot of the time. Because Nintendo still makes good games, they just have really bad business practices. And that's the thing with Disney, is Disney will, for the most part, you know, when's the last time I watched a Disney movie? Well, okay, so Marvel and Star Wars are Disney, so I guess we can take them into account. I guess... So the last Star Wars movie I saw was... Did Solo come out after or before Episode 8? Because I haven't seen Episode 9, nor do I care. I can't remember. So it's either Episode or it's Solo, whichever one of those two came out later for that. But definitely the last movie I saw was Spider-Man Goes to Europe, whatever that movie's called, because I didn't really care about Marvel anymore after Endgame. And I've kind of, ever since Endgame came out and I watched Spider-Man Goes to Europe, I was like, in retrospect, when I was younger, it was cool, you know? But as I got older, and in retrospect, I'm like, it's okay. I liked Marvel for a while as all the MCU stuff was happening and going on, but I really don't care anymore. We got a Tauros we can teach at Blizzard. You can't probably do that in this game anymore. That's a Gen 1 thing. Anyway, but yeah. Yeah, Marvel, Spider-Man Goes to Europe is probably the last movie I've seen. Of Disney. Show? I think I've been in my dad wanted to watch Mandalorian one time, and I was like, all right, I guess I can see it with you. It was fine, I guess. Like, it was better than some other stuff, but not really my cup of tea. Very episodic. And I didn't watch any of the other Star Wars shows. And I haven't seen any Disney TV shows either. Or Marvel Disney TV shows. So yeah, I guess... Oh, right. So yeah, definitely, I guess Spider-Man Goes to Europe is the last one I've seen. He ends up in, what, the Netherlands or something? Where do they go in that movie? I know they go to Venice. I've been to Venice. Venice is nice. He ends up in the Netherlands, because I remember he's like in a field of tulips at some point, and if that isn't the Netherlands, I don't know what it is. Besides that, I don't remember, to be honest. It was an okay movie too, I guess. Now I have your stupid key, so you don't lock me into that animation. But yeah, Disney movies, Disney, I guess they might still come out with some good stuff. I don't know. I don't pay attention. I've heard a lot of people friends of mine who still watch Marvel stuff, they'll say like, oh, this most recent movie is good. And I'm like, I just don't care. It's just not interesting anymore. I don't know what specifically happened. I'm just like, it's there, I guess. The Nintendo, I'm still playing Nintendo games as they come out. That's not true. What's the most recent Nintendo game I played? Red. But I don't play a lot of, okay, I don't play all Nintendo games as they come out. I play them sporadically sometimes. I played Breath of the Wild. Okay, what are the Switch games I played that are made specifically by Nintendo? I played Breath of the Wild. I played Three Houses. I played Metroid Dread. Anything else? Mario Kart? But that was on the Wii U. I haven't played any of the new DLC Mario Kart tracks yet. I'll definitely buy that. Anyway, Pokemon quiz. Yes, I'm going to say the correct answer. Caterpie evolves into Metapod? Yes. But I want to fight the gym leader, or the trainer. I was a thief? You might not want to admit that. You're still a thief. Then you definitely don't want to admit that. I guess Blaine takes in the insane nut cases. Oh wait, right, because Blaine was part of Team Rocket, but he's the one who left. So he'd take any of the other villainous people with him who also wanted to leave, but they're probably still villainous in certain ways. They're just like, I want to steal from people still, I just don't want to do, like, genetic modification on, like, basically Pokemon eugenics and stuff like that. So, you know, still crime, just not as way less morally dubious crime. Any crime is morally dubious, but dubious is what I'm trying to say. Any crime is morally dubious, but eugenics versus stealing, definitely a different beasts to one another. Considering the fact that you'll see it in various things, like with the Red Gyarados and whatever, that they'll like do experiments in Pokemon and stuff. That's one of the things that is certainly maybe makes certain other evil teams less evil than others. Like Team Galactic, I don't think they experiment on Pokemon, do they? Not that I can remember. Like I guess they're the closest they get is to make the red chain. They have to like do some sort of torture to Azelf, Mex Spirit, and Uxie, but they also let them go, kind of, and also they again weren't doing experiments. So I don't know how to answer that one. And then Magma definitely... Mako and Magma didn't do any experiments. Now, Plasma did. They made Genesect. And then... Lair didn't really do anything to Pokemon either, I don't think. So of all the Pokemon... So which are the two evil teams that basically did animal torture? Rocket and Plasma. And then the Aether Foundation. Man, I don't even remember what the Aether Foundation's whole shtick was. They're like, we want to make a paradise or something, but we're evil for reasons because Lusamine wants a jellyfish friend. It's kind of stupid. I don't like the Aether Foundation very much. And then, obviously, Team Skull is just a bunch of hooligans. I gotta blow my nose. Have to be confused, Raid, huh? Please don't hit yourself in confusion. Come on, there we go. Good job, Pidgeot. I'm proud of you. Okay, again, I think, isn't Pidgeot a special attacker? Maybe only when it Mega Evolves. I always have regarded Pidgeot as a special attacker, but I'm probably just thinking, yeah, again, of the Mega Evolution. Yes. Are there 9 certified Pokemon Gym badges? No, there are 8. Get back here. You can't win? Yeah, sure, whatever. Think what you'd like. Super nerd. What's the difference between a super nerd and a scientist? Because wasn't the last guy called scientist? They're basically the same thing, if you want to think of it that way. But I still don't see the difference in the sprite or the character model or any of that. Another trainer class that definitely isn't in any later games. We've seen a lot of Charmanders. Is Gen 1 the only generation where you see a decent amount of trainers use starter Pokemon throughout the region? Because I definitely think that trainers using any starter Pokemon evolution line or whatever is very uncommon. By the time you get to Sun and Moon, I don't think there's ever a point where you fight someone who has any of the starter line Pokemon in there. Intimidate. Again, we have to be at maximum friendship. It is impossible for us not to be. Right. I wish. Man, there's all those like nice conveniences that just Gen 1 doesn't have, which is saddening. All right, okay, so I was sending Arcanine out against water types because I trusted Arcanine. Vileplume is not going to survive in here. Yes. Poliwag evolves 3 times. Well, it has 3 forms, but it only evolves twice. Yes. So that could be mildly confusing if you don't interpret the words correctly, but yes. If you don't interpret the words correctly, yes, strength. Ha, and I can't be burned. In fact, I have Flash Fire, so if you attack me with a Fire-type move, my Fire-type attacks will get stronger unless you miss. What's Fire Spin's accuracy? I think 85? Someone just yelled in my house. And the dog's now barking. I'm trying to listen. Is there a problem? Doesn't seem like it. It seems like more like an exclamation of surprise than an oh no of something bad has happened. Which is good, because I don't want to get involved. Thanks, I'm streaming. Alright, question. What's the question? Are electric moves effective against ground-type Pokemon? No, their ground-type is immune to electric. Give me harder questions, like, what? What's a hard question they could ask? Yeah, I'm actually okay. Now that I've thought about it, what is a hard question for them to ask? You could ask about obscure, like, what do obscure moves do? Like, does anyone know what Embargo does? I'm pretty sure it's a move that makes it so your held item it's no longer affecting you. I'm pretty sure that's what that does. What is the percentage chance of Ancient Power raising all your stats? 10%. What is... Also, there's also Silverwind, which is also the bug-type equivalent of Ancient Power, but a special attack. Wait, Ancient Power is also special. So, yeah. Are they either... You'll have moves that are the same thing, just different types. Like, well, Ancient Power and Silverwind. Or you'll Draco Meteor, and then they later added a Fairy-type version, which I forget what that's called. It's like Floor Cannon or something, maybe? Baron the Fleur? No. What? Did Alexander level up? No. Okay, cool. What's the question? Same kind and level are not identical. Are not identical? Correct, because there's Eevee's, Ivy's abilities. Yeah, ask about Eevee's and Ivy's. Something about that, I guess. Anything else? Eevee's, Ivy's abilities? Gender, I suppose, for some Pokemon. Though some Pokemon are either genderless or gender locked. I guess that's a clarification. Anything else? What else would be a distinguishing feature? I guess moves, but wouldn't really consider that one as an answer. Anything else? I don't think so. Yeah, Intimidate, Alakazam. What do I care? Yeah, okay. Since I know Growlithe and Arcanine exist with Intimidate, I should probably lead with Blastoise just in case. So I can always put in Golem when I know that he's not going to get intimidated for sure. Any more questions? Last one, I think. Oh, yeah, this should be the last one. I think. Alright. TM. Tombstoney? No. Yes. I mean, no. What the hell? What's TM28? Is it Fire Blast? Because I assume that's what he gives us. Okay, I'll be honest. I don't know TMs. So yeah, I guess asking TM questions is funny, but that's a very obviously fake one. So if you asked me if TM28 was something that I know is a TM, because I know there's certain moves that aren't. Like, I know that Psybeam is not a TM. Maybe it is in certain games. That's, I don't know. But, so, you could be like, is Leer a TM? I'd be like, no, obviously not. But then, maybe something like, I know Water Pulse is, considering we use the TM Water Pulse in this game, but you could say something like, is... unique moves like I was thinking of Octazooka. I'm like, no, of course, only Octillery can learn that. What's a move that sounds like it would be a TM but isn't? That's okay. This is a lot harder because, like I said, I don't know 100% no TMs, and I might just be wrong when I come up with the answer. TM move that sounds like a TM but isn't. I know Magnitude is a TM. I think Quick Attack might have a TM. Aerial Ace definitely does. Return definitely does, considering this guy only almost exclusively has TM and HM moves on him. Flame Wheel maybe has a TM in some game, but I don't think so. Anyway, let's go. The Bald Bandit. What did I say I was gonna do? 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 Oh, I know that Arcanine and Growlithe exist. I know that they have Intimidate. Let me put Blastoise in the front of the party so that I am sure I don't get intimidated. What the hell? Alright. Kill him anyway, please. It's Rock Slide. It's ×2 effective. It's Stab. Thank you. I don't know if it might not have killed an Arcanine. I have to swap it. Okay, especially since it's Arcanine. I gotta swap anyway, though, since my attack is lowered. And if he sends out like a Ninetales or something, I'm not sure of success. Yeah. Is this his ace? And would Arcanine have anything that I'd be scared about? Extreme Speed, maybe? Extreme Speed is not going to do too much damage. Oh, actually, it's Fire Blast. Okay. But still not going to do a lot of damage. The only thing that would matter is if maybe he burned me.
Yeah, Hyper Potion.
I mean, oh no, Hyper Potion. Whatever will I do? Get a crit? No. Okay. You're wasting my time here. Alright, Ponyta? Yeah, we can send Golem out again, why not? Let's spread the teamwork around, you know? We'll give one kill to each of them. I know ground doesn't resist fire, but rock does, right? Yeah, okay, good. But I don't think Golem has really good... I don't think Golem's special defense is all that. Like, Fire Blast still did 30 or 28 damage, so that's good enough. Rapidash. You know what? Fine, whatever. Just give the kill to Golem. What do I care? At least then he'll be leveled and I can put him back in the bottom of the party, or whatever the bottom slot currently is for levels. Oh, so just so it's to be clear, the way I level Pokemon is going to be the exact same in every single game we play, until we get to EXP shares that can't be turned off. I know it can be turned off in X and Y. I forget if you can turn... I forget if you can turn it off in Sun and Moon. It better be able to be turned off. Actually, please, okay. Pokemon EXP share. You know, so one thing about EXP sharing and The EXP share in Gen 2, 3, 4, and 5 is the best EXP share. The EXP share in Gen 1, original Gen 1 to be clear, Gen 1, 6, and 7 is not great because a lot of people don't know, but the EXP share in Gen 1 worked the same way as in Gen 6 and 7, which is extremely... Oh, it's going into the Bulbapedia page. It was called the EXP All. But Gen 6 to 7, it can be turned on and off. Okay, good. Starting with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go EVD is not an obtainable item, but its effects are present from the start of the game and cannot be turned off. Why? Why? It's so stupid. I hate it. But okay, good. At least you can turn it off in Gen 7. I just couldn't remember. Right, TM38, it has Fire Blast, right? Yes, okay. Shut up. Stop talking to me. Now let me out of here. Let me run. Please, can I run? Alright. Not really, no. I don't really want to. Like... It's something we could do, but I feel like the side of all the Pokemon games, when we play Heart Gold and Soul Silver, do I want to do the Kanto stuff? Obviously, so we can go fight Red. Do I want to mess around with the Gen 4 equivalent of the Frontier? We might wait until Platinum to do that, but yes, do I want to mess around with a little bit, even though we won't have an optimized team? In Gen 3, do I want to go do the Delta episode? Do I maybe want to catch 1 or 2 legendaries? Probably. It's part of the experience. In Gen 4, do I want to go do that whole island, speaking of the Battle Frontier? Do I want to do rematches against Elite Four, even though it might be really hard, since I'm not going to try to grind my guys up? Maybe a little bit. Yeah. Do I want to, in Gen 5, go do the other half of the thing? And then when I do Gen 5 Black and White 2, I want to do the other half of the thing and also the starting area of Black and White 1. Yeah, do I want to, when I do X and Y, do I want to go show the Battle Chateau off, even though it's the pain in the ass? Yeah, do I want to go catch Zygarde? Maybe. When I do Sun and Moon, do I want to go to the tree? Yes. Do I want to do all these things? Yes. Gen 1 is the only one in FireRed and Leaf Green where I feel like any side content like this bullshit just feels like a complete and utter waste of time, is empty, bland, boring nonsense. Because at the very least, I think he's down over here in this building if you want to go. At the very least, the post-game content added in the remakes of Gen 2 and 3 are not very different. The Delta episode is basically just putting some Emerald adjacent stuff into a non-Emerald game. It would have been cool if they put in the alternate water type gym leader in for when Wallace is the champion in Emerald, but I don't remember him being anywhere. Maybe if you do contest stuff, he shows up. But I don't do contest stuff. And then obviously, the only thing I can think of that Heart Gold and Soul Silver added was what's-my-calls? More legendaries. That's the only thing I can think of. So, yeah. Not very impressive in terms of... Or, not that different. But Gen 1 didn't have any post-game content besides Mewtwo. Okay, you know what? The one thing we're gonna do is we're gonna at the very least go see Mewtwo. We're not gonna do the damn islands. Those... Of all side content of Gen 2, the post game that I don't like because Kanto is boring, empty, but at least there is some stuff going on and it is actually designed around the game. A Gen 3, which doesn't have a lot, the Battle Frontier is interesting in Emerald, and you've got the Delta episode in the remakes, and there's also Steven to go and find in Emerald. And in Gen 4, there's that whole island and Battle Frontier. In Gen 5, you got the whole sections of the map you haven't been to yet, and in Black and White 2, there's whole sections of the map you haven't been to yet, and other stuff, and the Pokemon World Tournament. Gen 6 is kind of weak. It doesn't really have post-game. Gen 1's post-game is the worst, terribly designed nonsense. It's crap. It's garbage. There's no reason to go there. So, actually, with that in mind, Actually, real quick, get me the hell out of here. With that in mind, since we're not going to get the PP max, oops. Six isn't all that much more than 5, but I am now sad. I am sad. I am depressed. Buy my drugs. Buy my drugs. Well, we have enough for, Thunderbolt, which is cool, I guess. And we'll get more money from the traders in here. Really? I can't go that way. Why? I'm so stupid. I'm just sitting here in pain. Silence and in pain. Yeah, sure, I'm leading with Alakazam, so fine with me. A fighting type trainer. A choke? Mind if I do? It's free experience. I mean, woo! Okay, anyway, let's stop being melodramatic about wasting PP up on Absorb. Oh my god, it's so dumb. I don't know if we get any more, but like I said, 6 isn't that much more than 5 for it to be enough, but percentage-wise, yeah, stop, don't learn trick. Percentage-wise, it's not all that, I mean, percentage-wise, it is way more, than other things, but yeah, ooh, I got 4 extra PP on Absorb now, fantastic. And maybe it'll come up. Okay, you know what? I don't have the time to waste fighting with Vileplume. It's the worst thing I've ever had to experience. Vileplume, why did I choose to use the Vileplume on my team? I should have played Leaf Green instead and used what's it called again? Weepin' Bell, Bellsprout, Weepin' Bell, and Victory Bell. I should have used the Victory Bell instead. Again, I would have had to use Ninetales, but Ninetales is fine. I've never used that before either. And also, I think Ninetales is a special attacker. Why did I play Fire Red? I should have played Leaf Green. My sadness, it tears at my soul. It is. I'm going to die. All right. Anyway, let's. Are any of these trainers gonna actually use ground type Pokemon? Okay, I kind of would rather get Vileplume over with. Oh yeah, trainers holding whips is definitely something that stops being a thing later. The only thing I can vaguely is similar to that is I think the Black and White / Black and White 2 Pokemon Rangers, poison type. The Black and White and Black and White 2 Pokemon Rangers don't, or they have lassos from what I remember, which is, you know, something. It's a rope, and whips and lassos are both ropes to a certain degree, if you want to interpret it that way. Yeah. You know, I've always thought it's funny that there's the Pokemon Ranger class in some Pokemon games, given that there's the Pokemon Ranger games, and in the Ranger games, you don't catch Pokemon. You capture Pokemon for the difference that is. It's just a temporary, like, truce. Hey, we got the confusion. Even though I didn't mean to use, you know, Water Pulse. Can you please hit yourself in confusion? Oh. Okay. Anyway, yeah, the Pokemon Ranger, the trainer class doesn't make any sense to me. They shouldn't be throwing out Pokeballs. They should be not fighting trainers at all. They're Rangers. I have to blow my nose again. I always mute myself when I'm blowing my nose, because, you know, kind of not great. Also, I just noticed my camera should be like a little more this way. Nope. This way, I think. Yeah, it's a little better. Let's do any damage. God, Bioflame, you suck. And that didn't do enough. No. But anyway, what was I saying? Right, I try to mute myself when I'm like blowing my nose or sneezing or something. Sometimes I'll get a quick like little throat tingle that leads to a small cough. And I always say excuse me when it happens, but I'm not so worried about it. Ooh, look, cool trainer Samuel. They're called Ace trainers later on. All right, absorb. Oh hey, critical hit. You know, Vileplume, yeah, you did good, kid. You did good. Even though you're nothing but disappointed. See, you're not going to get a critical hit here, and then Sandslash is going to use Earthquake or something, maybe Magnitude, Dig, even, to waste my time even more. Sand Tomb, Sand Attack. It did nothing. Slash, even. Because, you know, Vileplume's neutral to ground-type attacks because of the poison typing. God, when we get to... in either X and Y or Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, or actually no, not Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I've changed my mind. But in X and Y or Sun and Moon or Ultra Sun and Moon, we're going to be definitely using a poison type at some point, just because poison types are going to be better then. It's just unless a Pokemon has secondary poison as its typing, I don't think there's any reason to use a poison type a lot. The only ones I can think of, poison types I would consider using, even before the existence of Gen 6, are Crobat, maybe. I like Crobat. Drapion, I think Drapion's cool. Anything else? Gengar is cool also, and he's secondary poison. Nidorino. Okay, I got swap. What are other cool poison types? Poison typing kind of gets a bad rap. Wait, okay. Now that I have a thought, what are the legendary poison type Pokemon? Gen 1 doesn't have any. Gen 2 doesn't have any. Gen 3? Well, we can go over them. Celebi. No, wait, Celebi's Gen 2. Jirachi, Deoxys, the 3 Regis, Rayquaza. The two guys, the Earth and Water person, Groudon and Kyogre. How that mind went blank there for a second. Anyone else? Nothing I can think of. Gen 4 has the Lake Spirits, the Creation Trio, the Arceus, the Darkrai, the Shaman, the Heatran, the Regigigas, the Cresselia. No poison types there. Gen 5, you got the Weather Trio. You've got the Yin Yang Trio, or whatever the hell they're called. The Swords of Justice. I'm forgetting someone. Victini, Meloetta. Gen 6 has the letters trio. I don't know if they have a specific naming convention, but you know, Xerneas, Yveltal, and Zygarde. They have Koopa. They have Volcanion, however, I forget. How's he? I actually don't. It's Volcanion, right? Volcanion, small something. I don't remember. You've got the other ones. Diancie. I think that's all the Gen 6 legendaries. There doesn't have very many. Gen 7 has the Tapus. It has the trio of guys that are called the Sun and the Moon Pokemon, but then there's also the one that's just like dark matter or light or something. That doesn't really fit. They don't make a lot of sense. That trio. You've got, I said the Tapus already. Magearna, the Melmetal, I think is technically Gen 7. Marshadow, that electric cat, whatever his name is, something. Zeraora, right? And then Gen 8, there's the two dogs. There's that big hand guy that I know exists. There's those horse people in the DLC. There's like the regional variants of Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. Right, it's because it's Uno Dos Tres, so Moltres 3. I think so. Like I was saying, poison type legendary. No, we might need to learn this. We just wasted a PP up on it, but yeah, we're gonna go for it. I'm not a big fan of Outrage or Petal Dance, but Vileplume needs all the help it can get. So I think the big hand guy from Gen 8 is a poison type. So would that make him the first poison type legendary? Kind of crazy that it took that long. No. Like I mentioned before, it's I guess Poison Kip is kind of not a very regal. Like most legendaries are considered regal in some form or another, and Poison wouldn't be considered that much of a regal typing. It's kind of the same reason that like I said, there's no Dark type gym leader until Gen 8 ruined that as well. Man, Gen 8, you take interesting concepts, like the fact that there's no poison type legendaries, or there's no dark type gym leaders, and there's kind of a cool idea behind that, and you're like, nah, we're just gonna throw that in the dumpster, why don't we? The only thing that should have everything is the Elite Four. There should be one type of every Elite Four type. Now, is there every type of Elite Four member? I don't know, considering I don't think that Gen 8 even has an Elite Four. I don't know about Gen 9, to be honest. Man, okay. Man, we're just listing Pokemon facts now, aren't we? Well, anyway, I'm curious to think about it. There's a normal type Elite Four member? Probably not, now that I'm thinking about it. The only things I can remember are Gen 1s through 7 all do have Elite Fours, right? Yeah, because even though Gen 7 doesn't have gyms, it has, other stuff. It has the Elite Four still. Is there a normal Elite Four member? Gen 1? No. Gen 2? No. Gen 3? No. Gen 4? No. Gen 5? No. Gen 6? No. No normal type. Well, that's a shame. They should make a normal type gym, Elite Four member. That'd be cool. Normal types can be kind of a pain in the ass to deal with. Fire type? Absolutely. Water type? Absolutely. Grass type? I don't think so. No. Electric type? No. Flying type? Yes. Fighting type? Yes. Ground type? Yes. Rock type? Is there a rock type in Elite Four member? Wait, what are the typings of the people in Gen 3 again? It's Dark, Dragon, Ice, and what's the girl's? What's the girl with the flowers on her head? What's her typing again? The first guy is Dark, the last guy is Dragon, there's the Ice girl. What is the girl with the flowers on her head? What is her type? Is she Rock? Or is she something else? I don't remember. I think she might actually be Rock. Maybe. Possibly. Potentially. If she is, then yeah, there is a Rock. Otherwise, no. Steel? Yes. Dragon? Yes. Fairy? No. Dark? Yes. Damn it. Dark? What was I saying? Dark? Yes. Ghost? Yes. Psychic? Yes. Ice? Yes. Forgetting anything? So okay, basically, what are we missing for Elite Fours? We don't have normal. We don't have electric. We don't have grass. We don't have rock, maybe, unless that one girl in Gen 3 is a rock type trainer. I can't remember. I already forgot. Flying? Oh, I already said flying. So yeah, definitely. There should be more Elite Four types. I think there should be an Elite Four of every type. I definitely think. I do like the idea that like Dark type is the evil type. That's why there's no gym leader, and the gym leader is also supposed to be cool and awesome. Like the dark type guy in Gen 7, the Kahuna is all edgy and like, I'm a police officer, but I don't like helping anyone, and I'm all like, leave me alone. Yeah, he's a dark type trainer. What do you want from him? They gotta be edgy. It's the law. And hell, the dark type gym leader in Gen 8 is some really weird looking guy who looks like he belongs in Splatoon because he's got like tentacle hair or something, from what I remember. And that doesn't look like it belongs, and he's also really edgy and he sings terrible rock music from my understanding. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't look very fun either. Ha, I can water pulse you. You're water and, you're water. You're rock and ground. Alright, are we done? Is this the last trainer? Please? Wait, did I one-shot that Marowak with Pidgeot's return? That doesn't make sense. Isn't Marowak defensively pretty good, actually? Okay, yeah, okay. So, regional forms. Only a thing recently. It started with Gen 7, obviously. It's in Gen 8 and Gen 9, I think. So, definitely something I think is cool, like breathing new life into older Pokemon. Though I still like Mega Evolutions. From all of the regional forms that I know of, because which ones do I know of outside of Gen 7? There's that Slowbro one that I know exists. There's the the Surfetch'd doesn't count. But wait, isn't the Farfetch'd that evolves into Surfetch'd in Gen 8 also called Farfetch'd? It's a regional difference for Farfetch'd? I think so. Maybe. So, okay, basically, my only knowledge on regional variants is Gen 7. Marowak is probably the coolest. So, because the whole shtick with Marowak is always like, oh, Cubone's wearing the skull of its mother on its head, it's super sad. And then Marowak is the dead mother, even though everyone's like, it's Kangaskhan for some reason. Anyway, the fact that, Marowak, a Alolan form, is a ghost type, a ghost fire type, kind of like a spiritual dance for like the dead and all that, is pretty cool. I like it. It's like the whole aesthetic of like the dancing fire sticks from Hawaii is the get up of it. Because some of the regional variants don't make sense for Alola. Because like, okay, sure, Executor 100% makes sense. It's a palm tree instead of a whatever the hell tree he is normally. Something weird. Alola Marowak, the whole Hawaiian fire stick dancing thing. But then like Ninetales, Sandslash. Now when I think of Hawaii, I don't think of frigid, frozen thing. Sure, there's mountains, and like maybe actually, real quick, yeah, let's look up. Can it snow in Hawaii? Does it? Okay, does it ever snow? I got the weather. It was the first thing that came up. No. I don't want to know the weather in Hawaii. I want to know, can it snow in Hawaii? Only at the very summit of our 3 tallest volcanoes. Okay, well, maybe then, sure. But I still don't think that Alola, Marowak, Sandslash, and Ninetales make a ton of sense, because, like Hawaii, snow, it's a bit of a stretch. Like, sure, the only snow environment in Gen 7 anyway is the top of the Elite Four mountain. But it still doesn't make much sense to me. All right, anyway, okay, this time we're leading with Blastoise, though I don't, okay, let me through. Even though there's no Intimidate that I have to worry about this time. All right, well, Mr. Giovanni, this is going to be the 3rd time we fight. This time as a gym leader, though. How the hell did you keep this a secret? No clue. This stream might go long today. We'll see how it goes. Because I just realized we're fighting the 8th gym leader, which means the only thing after this we have is the Elite Four and the champion. We have 50, technically, if we wanted to go for exactly 3 hours. We have, no, wait, right, I started streaming before. Okay, if we go till 10. Can I have Earthquake, please? If we go till 10, we have 52 minutes. If I have gotten to through Elite, at the very least, if I've gotten through the Victory Road before we hit 10, we will do the Elite Four today. If not, we'll do a short Pokemon stream to finish it out. And then play something else. Oh man, we're playing it. We're about to finish Pokemon. I was actually not. Actually, wait. Now that I think about it, I didn't look into I mentioned yesterday when I was talking about Doom 1. And I was like, there's other expansion stuff, right? I was like, I think the 4th episode, Thy Flesh Consumed, wasn't part of the original game, which is correct. But I was like, I think there's other stuff that you can. Any of the official expansions you can get in Bethesda.net. I made the Bethesda.net account. Don't kill me. I was taking the risk. Get magnitude. Don't kill me. Get magnitude 10. Magnitude 10. Magnitude 10. Magnitude 10. Magnitude 10. Magnitude 10. Please, please. I wasn't looking, and I didn't. Okay. Sure. Anyway, right, what was I saying? Right, so I was looking up, like, official expansions. I know for Doom 2, actually, I think there's that one called Sigil. Doom Sigil. Is the only thing I'm unsure about, is Sigil a new episode for Doom 1 or Doom 2? Oh, wait, shit, actually, Sigil's at Doom 1? Okay, well, never mind then. Sigil will be done. Oh, he's locking the Thrash. Oh, shit, I could have killed him this turn before he used his potion. Oh, okay, you know what crit will do. Wait, if you're just gonna... What, right on? Fine. You know what? We'll give Violent Bloom the chance. But anyway, so I guess we're gonna be playing Sigil as well. I don't. How many levels does Sigil have? Is it Doom Sigil? Does it have more than? He's making a Sigil too. I know it was made by John Romero, one of the two John guys who worked on. Why is level 50 Rhyhorn? But yeah, I know it's made by John Romero. How many levels does it have? Okay, it only has 9 levels, just like the rest of it. So with Doom 1, we still have the last level of episode 3 to do, and then all of Thy Flesh Consumed and Sigil. I did not realize, I thought Sigil was for Doom 2, but I guess, like it just said, I read, Sigil is going to be, or he's making Sigil 2 for Doom 2. Hopefully that comes out reasonably quickly, because I don't know when I'm going to play Doom 2, but it's going to be the next Doom I play, so, be nice if it came out eventually, soonish. So that when I do get around to playing Doom 2, it's out. Anyway, so yeah, I guess there's still a little bit of Doom, or a bit more of Doom than I thought left. But yeah, we still have 2 whole episodes of Doom to do. But we're really close to the end of Pokemon, so I actually need to... What's the next game I have on my list again? Oh. And this is why I turn on... This is why I turned on streamer mode, because someone called me on Discord today, and I would have gotten... Probably jumped out of... What is... No, never mind. What was I saying? Right, what's the next game on my list that I made? Oh, okay, actually, never mind. It's not an older game, so I don't actually have to do any preparation at all. Oh man, the next game I'm playing, ooh, is a good one. Another game that yeah, the next 3 games we're playing after Pokemon are all 3 games that I've played before, but they're games I kind of need to knock out to do other games that I want to play that I haven't played before. So yeah. Anyway, so we'll definitely, like I said, I wanted to play Doom 1 because it's like there's a bunch of games I need to knock out that are all games I've played before, but I wanted to sprinkle in one of those games or a game I hadn't played before. So definitely after we play those 3 games, we'll do another, probably at the very least 1. Oh my god, let me run indoors. Oh wait, I just beat Giovanni. What the hell am I doing? Anyway, we'll definitely play at the very least 1 new game once we beat those 3 games. Bag. Thank you very much. Magnitude. Yay, we have Earthquake now. We should also probably just do this. Flamethrower and Fire Blast instead of Flamethrower and Flame Wheel. Seems like a better use of my space to me. Anything else that matters? Steel Wing. So that'll help me against Ice types and Rock types, 2 Pokemon I don't want to send out Pidgeot against anyway. Yeah, okay, not really worth the point. Rock Tomb? Nah, who cares? It's 80 accuracy. Blizzard? No. Bulk Up? No one can even learn that. All Mind? How much money do I have? Alright, we'll see if I want to get Thunderbolt. Do I have anything I can sell anyway right now? Nope, not that. Nope. No, I don't. So I do definitely want to buy stuff before certain things before we go into the Elite Four. So whether or not we get Thunderbolt is going to be determined once we get through Victory Road. Well, if it isn't our pal Blue. Has been a while since I've seen you. Send out your Pidgeot that I know you're going to send out. Because you're very predictable. 47. What is the levels of the champions Pokemon again? I don't remember. Don't Feather Dance me. Now I have to swap out. Well, he's gonna send out Venusaur anyway. Well, guess what? I got 2 Pokemon now that are good against Venusaur. Actually, when's the last time we fought him? Did I have Growlithe last time? We fought him. Oh no. Okay. What are you gonna use? Frenzy Plant? I know those moves I think have 85% accuracy or something. I could have gone and gotten Hydro Cannon. Would be a stupid idea. Giga Impact and Giga Impact and Hyper Beam and Hydro Cannon and Frenzy Plant and Blast Burn and what did he say he was gonna send out? Let's assume it's a water type. Okay, that also works. Yeah, all those moves suck because they have to recharge. Are there any other recharge moves? I think they're maybe is a fairy type equivalent. Maybe. Oh, there's Roar of Time, which is also bad. What did it say? Alakazam? Hey, Arcanine, sure, why not? Actually, we don't have a good answer to Alakazam at all. Use disable. Very. Okay, now your disable does something. I don't wanna. Okay, now, this is going to actually be the real reason I might definitely want to grab Thunderbolt. Though his Gyarados is one of his lower level Pokemon. Nope. Oops. Alright, well, Shockwave will probably definitely kill at this, has his health already being lowered a bit. But right. Okay, so I know if I hadn't gone and bought Flamethrower, Growlithe would still not be evolved. I know I haven't evolved my oh wait, right, yeah, Intimidate. I know I haven't evolved. I was planning on not evolving my my Growlithe until later, but it's a bit silly. Please kill. Okay, actually, I need to check something. All right, okay, I'm actually going to, now that I think about it, I don't want to stream too late tonight. I was just, crap, I don't, so yeah, all that's left is the Elite Four and the Champion and the Victory Road. Yeah, I'd rather end the stream a bit early today, and and then do the Elite Four Champion plus Victory Road tomorrow. Instead of stream late today. I don't want to stream late today. So, that is in fact what I will do. It'll be a slightly shorter stream today, which is fine. I'm not. Streaming is not my job yet. It'd be nice, but it's not my job yet. So, Piss off. So plans change, but as long as I make sure that I'm always streaming most of the time, I'm happy. But yeah, so it's gonna be a bit of a stronger stream today. I just realized what I wanted to do. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Let me just do a little thing. You don't see anything. You don't see anything in the bottom left corner. There's nothing there. Nothing. You cover it up. There's nothing there. Anyway, yeah. So that's gonna be the end of the stream. I kind of forgot about something. Yeah. So tomorrow, more Doom. Wait, what's tomorrow? Sunday? Okay, cool. So on Monday, then, perfect timing. I love finishing games on a Monday. On Monday, then, we will be finishing up our good game pal frienderino of FireRed. Good to see it. Anyway, yep, so see you around and have a nice evening. Bye-bye.